I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me.
Understand this, man. Self love is important. One of the worst things you can do in life is try to clone yourself into somebody else who you're not to try to appease somebody else to get them to like you or love you or stay around in your life and things like that. That's one of the worst things you can do. I know you just saw the clip right there with Derrick Jaxn's ex-wife, and she talking about the things that she was doing, the infidelity in the relationship, trying to get him back and get him to stay. Don't do that. That's one of the worst things you can do, and I promise you, you're gonna end up just like her. You're gonna end up losing yourself. You're not going to know who you are anymore. That person gonna be unrecognizable in the mirror because you sat there and you tried to tear yourself down to build yourself up to be something that you're not, to appease to somebody else, instead of being content with who you are as a person, loving yourself, and just presenting that. If a person rocking with you, they rocking with you. If they not, they not. It's cool. You're not gonna be everybody's flavor, and that's all right. Everybody's not gonna be your flavor. And I understand that she tried to save the marriage. You know what I'm saying? She tried to keep holding on. That is the father of her children. I get all that stuff, but at some point in time, you gotta understand when to cut bait. You losing yourself trying to keep this person around. You're gonna be like drifting like a zombie out here trying to keep this person around, and they clearly don't see what's the value in you anymore. A situation like that, instead of you trying to tear yourself down to be something that you clearly not, what you should do is take a step back, and you need to understand what good things that you bring to the table. Because in situations like that, we get so hard on ourselves. We get down to thinking to ourselves, like, as soon as that happens, the first thing we get to thinking is, damn, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? Am I not good enough? We get to questioning ourselves so much that we get to forgetting what we bring to the table in our own individuality, our own uniqueness. We get to forgetting all about that. And you get to comparing apples to oranges. You get to comparing yourself to another person and all this stuff, and it leads you down this whole rabbit hole of depression and starting doing things way out of your character just to be a totally different person, just to try to get somebody to stay in your life. That's not the way you want to go about that. You got to have your KD moment. You remember when KD was with Golden State and he had some game and they was questioning him in the post conference. He was saying, "Y'all remember who I am, right? Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant." And he went out there the next game and he dropped nearly like 40 points on them or something like that. Sometimes you gotta have them KD moments right there. You gotta remind yourself who you are and go out there and present that to the world as such. I'm this person. You get what I'm saying? I am this person. You are him. You are her. You get what I'm saying? You got to go out there and really do that. Like, the last thing you want to do is tear yourself down and try to be something that you're not. Because if that don't work and that person see that you're trying to be a clone and he's still like the original because you're a clone now, you're going to really be lost. Like, damn, I done tried all this. Now I made myself look like a fool. And he still didn't want you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta really step back and appreciate who you are. Present that, because sometimes, guys, we see things, we like to explore stuff. Oh man, that girl look good. This, that, and the third. Yeah, she might got a better body than you. She might look a little cute in the face, but her mind might not be as sharp as yours. She might not got as many things going on for herself as you got. Yeah, she might got that big booty and all that stuff, like, but she might sit up there and she living in the project. She sleeping on somebody's floor. She only showing on social media what she wants you to see. You might got your own crib. You might got your own car. You might got all these accolades going for yourself that that person don't have. You might gotta go get an instinct, a hustle in you. You know what I'm saying? That person don't have a drive, something that's unique about you. You gotta remind yourself that you are great in your own skin. And if that person don't appreciate what you bring to the table, then look, it's time to cut bait. Communicate with, look, this is what I I see what you're doing, whatever. But listen, it's a boundary here. You crossing that boundary. I ain't gonna be tolerating all that. You gonna come home, you gonna act right, or you gonna we can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be taking this. And that's how it gotta be. I understand she trying to keep that together for the sake of your kids. You're trying to keep that together for the sake of the whole marriage and the situation. But sometimes you gotta understand, is it worth losing yourself, your identity? You wake up, you get in the mirror, and you don't even know who you are. You don't even know why you got that hairdo. You don't even like that hairstyle. You did it because you saw another woman had it and you saw he liked it. That's one of the hurtfulest feelings. And guess what? If he see that hairdo on you, it will instantly remind him of her, not you. So it's like, what are you doing here? Well, we hustling backwards here. We losing ourselves and trying to appease somebody else, trying to care about what that person think. Look, this is me. I'm gonna try this. We're gonna communicate. I'm gonna see what you like, and that's it. Maybe he liked you at one point in time. He really liked what you brought to the table. Sometimes people grow. People, they change, you know? Everybody not going to stay the same. And that's cool. You got to respect that. At that point, if you done presented who you are, you content with yourself, you reminded him of your greatness, and he still want to go out and do that, cool. Let it be. He got his life to live. She got her life to live. You got your life to live. Don't mean you got to sit there and deal with that, though. Find a way to move on. Find a way to get that closure. Find a way to heal yourself, because you're going to go down the rabbit hole of deep, dark depression. I'm telling you. Just let that go. It ain't worth sticking around for all that stuff. Be content with who you are. Love yourself, man, and set some boundaries for yourself. Like, I'm not about to be dealing. I don't care who that is. Like, I've done cut bait with people that's my own family. It's certain things, like, you know, we not going for all that. You know, I might want you to stay around in my life, but if you're not, you're gonna act right. You're gonna act right. It's a respect thing at the end of this. And at the end of the day, you can't expect nobody to respect you if you don't respect yourself by putting up with things like that. So always remember that, man. And you know, whoever needs to hear this message, definitely, you know, share this with somebody who out there going through that. And that's all I had to say about that, man. I'm out. Catch y'all in the next video.